popping, and that's because the guy sitting right across from us is the one and only Akbar
AGB!
Gbaja-Biamila.
Yeah.
All right, so I know that you two are going to get all into the Raiders stuff, so I'll just get a question.
We're not doing it.
Every time I see him, he wants me to do touchdown!
Raiders!
I'm stopping there. I'm stopping there. I'm not
Come
doing
on, man.
I'm not doing it. I'm not
Call,
doing it.
man.
I'm not doing it. I'm
But
not doing it.
when
You're gonna get
you-
me fired again. I need to work.
You've been forgiven by the community, by the Raider community. You've been forgiven. You know, you've been forgiven.
What did I do? They're the ones that got rid of me. Actually, we've made up with Mark this year. I know you were just at the Raiders.
Yeah,
table.
right.
Clint Kubiak.
Yeah.
What do you think of that hire as the head coach of the?
That's the report coming out, right?
Yeah,
like he's reportedly going to be the next one. It is challenging because of the things that we've gone through with the Raiders. It's been a long struggle. We've had a lot of hopefuls. We've all gone through the honeymoon stage, and this one I'm a little bit more reserved in watching because, after a while, you get so high and excited, and you got the number one pick, and we got a new coach, and we got all this energy.
We've been down that road before.
We've been.
Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah.
They fired everyone after firing
Sorry.
everyone after
Sorry.
firing everyone.
You don't win, you get fired.
Yeah, so this one I'm still excited that and still believe in the Raiders and the Raider Nation, but I want to see what pieces. If Clint Kubiak is confirmed as the head coach, what are the pieces he puts together and around, and then how are they going to draft? What are they going to do with that number one pick? I believe in Mendoza, and I think Mendoza should be the franchise quarterback that they build around. But you got to be committed, just like the Raiders saying is committed to excellence, also being committed to developing Mendoza, because I know for all, winning the Heisman and the national champ and all this other kind of stuff, there are going to be the ups and downs, because you know this better than anybody because you've been around the game for a long time. But once defensive coordinators get a beat on you.
He's kind of an RPO guy, too.
Yeah, now you got to kind of make the adjustment, and he's got to grow. And we're seeing that with the success with Sam Darnold, right? A lot of people gave up on him, didn't give him that opportunity. Everybody has a different maturation rate, and it's really about sticking with and seeing it through. Can you imagine what the Jets could have been if they would have stuck through with it?
He was only there 3 years.
Yeah,
and they wound up trading him to Carolina.
Right.
He could read a defense. That's the one thing about Mendoza with the RPO game.
Yep.
Can he really go through his reads? I want to ask you played for the Oakland Raiders. And still, it breaks my heart coming here to a Bay Area Super Bowl, and the Niners own the whole market. Vegas is just different. Yeah. It's a different vibe. You played, and you didn't always win, but you had the greatest, most rabid fan base, the most intimidating fan base outside of old Yankee Stadium.
Agreed.
Visitors, a Kansas City Chief would be out of his mind to take his helmet off in
of
Oakland.
course.
They were going to get a bottle.
Right.
And whether there was 50,000 people there or sold out. Will they ever have even a neutral field, let alone what you had in Oakland? Because you go to Vegas, when we went there with the Niners, you take the stadium over. Yeah. The Chiefs are winning Super Bowls and smoking stogies in your locker room.
Right.
Just can they recapture what they had in Oakland as the Las Vegas Raiders
I think it's going to take some time, because still the Las Vegas Raiders are still new, and that culture is still being built. Remember, the first NFL team in Las Vegas, right, in Nevada. And so the culture of the NFL, although a very big presence, it takes time to build that and get people kind of committed by that. And I think it's also going to take some winning, because once the winning starts to happen, that fan base for the Raiders started because of the greatness of the Raiders from going from Oakland to L.A., back to Oakland, now to Las Vegas. Like, there was winning that was happening that developed that culture, and that culture changes when the Raiders, get back to the commitment to excellence. And so I think right now what we're seeing is the takeovers from other teams, the opposing teams. But I truly believe that once because Raider fans don't go anywhere. They're still there. A lot of them just have to make that hike and that commitment, and they go, okay, well, do I want to travel to Las Vegas? Let me tell you something right now. We put together a 12-win season for the Raiders. I guarantee you that you're going to see fans coming from every which part of Los Angeles and Oakland to come support it. You won't see none of that crap when you go there and see red inside of the Death Star. That's what I call it, the Death Star.
Death Star. The Big Al.
Well, I mean, we've seen so many times where whether it's a Jared Goff, a Caleb Williams, right, players who even just from year one to year two, they get a different situation. It's a lot more functional. We'll just call it what it is. They blossom into the talent they have. So that's why, for me, it's hard to assess the rookie year of Ashton Genty, who was the number 6 overall pick. What do you think of him overall, and is it kind of hard to tell because of just how much of a mess this season was?
No. No, he's talented, and that's it. That's the bottom line. I went to the Baltimore Ravens game, and I had a chance just to watch him just with my own eyes and just to see kind of what he presents. And I'm going, this dude is a baller. Like, you just know. Like, if you know, from especially I think as a former player, like when you watch and go, oh, he has the it factor. That offensive line could be a lot better. But even with that offensive line, he still was able to create opportunities. I mean, I'm like, that he better stay. I mean, I know we got rid of Josh Jacobs a while back, but, I mean, he's a dude. And now you pair him up with, of course, if we go that route with potentially a Mendoza, that's a game changer with just those two. When's the last time we've had, the star quarterback and, of course, and then a young rising, running back? It's been a long time since we've had that type of combo. And, then we got Max Crosby on the side. We start putting in those other pieces. Man, I start getting passionate about this because before I was even a Raider, I was a Raider fan. I grew up in L.A. when they were the L.A. Raiders, so I just want to see the Raiders back to greatness again.
Is now the time, Akbar, to trade Max Crosby, do you think?
No. Is
there ever a time to trade him?
No, he's a generational talent. It would be like –
But you get like 3 ones, 2 ones for him?
Yeah, but then those ones aren't guarantees, though. Those are just numbers. Like, the only thing you guarantee is that you're going to get a high pick, right? But the high pick doesn't always materialize, right?
No, we
and
know.
Doesn't mean that you're going to have the right coach that can develop those ones because it's really kind of right there in the middle. Do you have the talent to be able to – and I say talent in coaches to develop that? Because a lot of people put it on, oh, he's a bust. A lot of people – overlook the fact that a lot of coaches don't know how to coach these things. Like it's kind of like that teacher that I only work with students who are auditory listeners or visual learners. Like, you have different types of learners, right? And so do you have the ability to deal with the type of ones that future ones or twos that you can get? Max Crosby is a known commodity. He's a generational talent. God forbid that they were ever to trade him. It would be like the Cleveland Browns trading Myles Garrett. Can you imagine? They did like – you can't.
They still lost with him, though.
Yes, but still, it's your job.
4 ones. We give you 4 ones.
It's your job. All you're going to do is take those 4 ones and turn them into average ones. You know what I mean?
All right,
well, the Raiders traded their coach for 2 ones, 2 twos, and $8 million, and it didn't turn out very well.
Yeah.
So
it's also true.
Point well taken.
To switch gears, and you know that I went to a UCSF fundraiser a while back and
I do.
met some of the great staff that takes care of you, that's taken care of my family in the past. Matt Eisman was the guest speaker, and so I got to talk a little American Ninja Warrior, of course. All right, which Super Bowl participant would do the best on the show?
I'm going to go with Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he's so feisty.
Yeah.
You see what he's done this year, led the league in reception yards, but more outside of that, he's just got a certain athleticism. And he's got the right size, too. Like, there's a certain body to weight ratio that you have to have.
Right, like you got to be light but built in the upper body.
That's right.
Yeah, can't be a lineman build.
You got to be tough, and he's tough, right? He'll go across the middle, get his head knocked off, and still pop up with the ball and with his faculties, and he's still going. I'm like, that's a Ninja Warrior right there. You know what I mean? Like, so
he's got a good name for a warrior too. Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Right. And then on the other side, I'll probably have to go with Mac Hollins. The wild man, Mac Hollins.
No shoes.
Isn't that a
What's
Ninja
the
Warrior?
Deal with that?
Ninja, they don't wear shoes. You know what I mean? Like that's exactly who they are. So
former Buffalo Bill. Too.
Yeah.
We like him.
Yeah.
I like a good Mac Hollins. I feel like.
And shout out to my boy too, Matt Eisman. He's a father now. He's a
father.
father.
That's right.
Yeah, he's a father now. So it's
how many years you been doing this show?
This is year 14. I just completed year 13. I'll be going into year 14. Yeah.
So I know we also got to talk a little bit of Experian here.
Yes.
It's a big part of why you're here. All right. Credit cards, we got guys like Steve Moskowitz helping us out with our tax attorney life and everything.
Just put it on the card.
I was going to say, just put it on the card and then
IRS
deal
doesn't
with the
like that, though.
Experian
You got to pay them.
Yeah, Experian is, they've got this new campaign about BFF. We all heard it. Travis got Taylor Swift because he made her a bracelet saying, I'm your BFF. And Experian is doing something different. They're saying, you know what, we're going to be your BFF, your big financial friend. We all have the phones with us. It's every single one of you guys have your phones within close proximity.
Right here.
Right? It's right there.
Right there.
All you have to do is download the app.
The app?
The Experian
BFF?
app. No, Experian. Yeah,
Got it.
The Experian
BFF
app.
I get BFF and he comes up. There you are.
But what's so cool about this
right
is because, my kids are at the point where they know me very well, and I'm very predictable. My kids know my passwords, so I try to put like little safety things. But they
Face
go
ID,
on.
they got that.
No, they don't have that one. They don't look like me. You know what I mean? But what they do is that they go on, download all these different apps, and then all of a sudden you're paying all of these subscription fees, and you don't even know what you're paying for. You know, the average American is paying $1,000 a year in subscriptions that they're not even using. And when you download the app, it can identify all of the ones that you're not utilizing, that you're paying for, and help you recoup that money back. So the Experian is not just your old consumer credit bureau anymore. It is morphed into something different. For young folks, you're out there, you're paying your subscriptions for your Netflix and your Hulu or your gas bill, whatever your utility bills are.
Not to mention the amount's always changing too. It's
by
the way, it's not $11.99 a month anymore.
Right, that's right. Now, how about this though? How about now that you're paying those and the fees are moving up, you actually can self-report those things and actually get credit boosted. Your credit score can go from 750 to whatever plus because you're now self-reporting the thing. Because it used to be that nobody knows if you paid your rent on time. Who cares, right? Like, nobody knows that you're paying your streaming services and your utility bills. Now you download the app, you self-report it that you're paying these things on time. It gets verified. Boom, your credit score gets – you don't have to swipe your credit card now. Like, I got to go put myself in debt and have a right debt-to-income ratio and all. No, who needs – everything's so expensive now. Who wants to put themselves in debt just to get a higher credit score? That's dumb.
Oh, I was looking at
I just downloaded it.
You just downloaded it?
The average American, 1,000. I'm easily 10,000. I'm burning. I just downloaded it.
I was a little worried you were going to download the Monopoly app, and I'm like, no,
I got that too. I got that too.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. You know, Experian has really changed the game. Speaking of Monopoly, they've changed the game in the way we manage our finances. It's the one thing, and I love this, and this is why I'm really passionate about it. Normalizing the conversation around finances. We can all talk about sports and Super Bowl and other, but when it comes to finances, everybody's like, we don't talk about it. We keep it private, but a lot of us are swimming in debt. A lot of us are swimming in, like, not knowing it. Like, from elementary to high school, nobody talked to me about finances. I didn't learn that in school, but then all of a sudden.
The league didn't help you? You didn't have anybody in the NFL
well,
that
in
came
the league, no, in the league was different, but I'm saying through our formal educational years, we didn't have that education, and so it's not until you get into the real world where you're going, where do I go to get help? You know, how do I help? Download the app.
I just did.
Yeah,
there you go. Just like that. Akbar, you're the man. We appreciate it. I know you guys can talk Raiders for
who's going to win the game?
Forever.
Is it Raider? You want the Seahawks to win?
This is very good. Guess who I'm going with? Whoa. I'm here with Experian talking about BFF, so I'm going to go with my BFF in this game. You ready?
I'm ready.
Matt Collins is my BFF.
He's your
We've been
guy.
friends, and I know we got a big gap in our age, but that's my guy. We've been rolling to the Super Bowls. Super cool. So I'm super excited for him to do. So I'm going with the Patriots beating the Seattle Seahawks.
What about Matt Collins being the Super Bowl most valuable player?
I could see that.
What are the odds on that?
I could see that.
I'm putting 5,000 on that.
I could see that happening.
I'm not allowed to gamble. I can't do that.
You can't gamble, but I could see that happening.
You'll be the MVP in the game?
I don't want that showing up on your experience statement, bro.
No, I didn't.
Right?
Akbar told me. It's the Raider in him.
Oh, man. You know, hey, look, I'm telling you right now, whoever's listening and they hear you say that and they do, I don't know all the talks and the gambling talks or whatever, but they do that, and then all of a sudden.
No, we're staying away from that.
Yeah.
But you like the Patriots legit?
I like the Patriots. No, legit. I look at what Drake May and people have been talking about, and I understand. Don't get it twisted. I understand why the Seahawks are favored to win this Super Bowl. I totally get it.
Right.
But I think about what Drake May did in the wild card against the Chargers. Top defense. I see what they again in the division round against Houston, and then against Denver Broncos. Like, we're talking about a top of those teams, those four teams. We're talking about top 3 scoring defense, top 5 defenses. Tell me another quarterback that's done something like that.
But they only scored 10 points on Denver.
It doesn't.
10 won't get this done.
It doesn't matter, though.
I got you.
Like, he's played well. What I'm saying is he's not a
foreigner.
foreigner.
He could win the MVP Thursday night.
He could. He's not a foreigner to seeing a good defense. A lot of people say, the great defense.
No, he's a terrific quarterback.
He's not a foreigner to seeing good defenses.
Right.
All right, so we got some news here, and we're going to let you go.
Breaking news?
We got a little Fred Warner joining us on the phone at 1 p.m. today.
Okay.
So how
what
about
time?
that? Oh, it's
and Fred Warner's on the Experian commercials, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Fred Warner's on the Experience commercial
with
Puka.
What commercial is he not on?
See, you know.
There we go.
Yeah.
Akbar!
All
Touchdown!
Raiders!
You're killing me. I I did not say that.
No, that was you. I sounded
not.
just like
I did
you.
not say that.
It was him.
It was him, right?
Totally him.
It was AI. It was AI.
Akbar
Love you, brother.
Gbaja-Biamila, everybody, we appreciate his time. And we'll come on back, continue this conversation. Got about a half hour
One
left.
more time.
Fred Warner after I'm gone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
No, it's touchdown.
Fred Warner.
Experience. How about that?
All right. More coming up on the Sports Leader.